manifesting health, wealth, love, family, just maybe fun, entertainment, anything you want. Anybody can manifest these things. Anybody can. There's processes that we can use to bring all of that into our reality. One of my favorite processes that I like to use that really helps you get clarity on where you want to go in life is just writing out your dream vision. So I actually have a law of attraction workbook that I created and put together. And in this workbook, the first activity, the first exercise that I have you do is you write down your life vision for yourself. Because if you don't know what your life vision is, you don't know what you're working towards. Your actions won't be centered. You're going to be doing a lot of things that aren't moving you towards your dream, and you're going to be distracted. When you have a dream set up for yourself that you believe that you can eventually achieve, that's going to help direct the way you're thinking, your thoughts, your energy, and your actions towards that dream. It helps keep us focused. But we want to review our dream daily. I'm going to read a little bit from my workbook here to you guys, just to kind of help give you an idea. Now, you don't have to have the workbook to do this exercise. You can just get out a piece of paper and you can do this on a notebook or whatever. But I'm just going to read directly from the workbook. In order to manifest what you want out of life, you first need to know what it is that you want. So let's get a broad view of what you desire for yourself. You'll need to put together a life vision for yourself so you know what you're working towards. Everything in this workbook is designed to help you accomplish that dream life. On top of that, you will learn to become a highly conscious, powerful creator. I'm currently living my dream from about 8 years ago. And now I'm working on manifesting my next dream. But 9 years ago, gosh, actually maybe it's been like 9 years ago. It's been a number of years. I went through it wasn't a nasty divorce. I just went through a divorce. I mean, every divorce is kind of nasty. It's no fun. But I went through a divorce, and thankfully it was actually a pretty peaceful divorce. But I went through a divorce, and life was really difficult. My budget was negative. I wasn't making enough money to pay for everything, for my kids and I, for daycare and everything, all of my bills and rent. And I was working a normal full-time job, trying to take care of kids, doing it all. And my dream life was to be able to move out of my apartment into a home and run a business from home so that I could be at home with the kids and be there for everything that they need me for and make a living. And that's what I'm living now. That was my vision for myself. And I got there using these processes. It works. But the only reason I got here is because I had a vision for myself. I knew what I was working towards. And so all of my effort and energy was molding and moving in that direction. Now, it took me a while to get there. Well, a few years. And that's okay. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to where you're going, as long as you're on the right path and you're working towards it. You have a dream for yourself. And you break that dream down and you reverse engineer it. What are steps and things I can do to get there? How can I shift my energy? How can I embody being that person? What actions do I need to take? So on and so forth. All that is listed in my workbook, but you have to first get a life vision for yourself, or else you're not going to know where you're going and your actions will be all over the place. When writing down your life vision, be sure to write it down as if it were true in this moment. I really like to start my personal vision with phrases such as, I am a person who has, or I am really enjoying. It's important to use I am statements to truly see yourself as that person you are envisioning. This way, when you go back and you reread your vision, you're reading it in the present tense. I am a person who is incredibly abundant. I am a person who is financially free. I am enjoying the freedom of being incredibly wealthy and being in a loving relationship. Whatever it is for you. Use I am statements so when you go and review it every day, you're embodying the energy of that. And as you do, you're going to be inspired on what actions to take. And the universe will work with you. You will co-create with the universe to move you in that direction, to bring your desire to you through inspired action and through the energy of the universe. There are 5 main categories that I consider to be the most valuable and desirable among most people. Let's build our life vision around these, or even more if you can think of them. But they are health, wealth, love, family, and fun. When you build your life vision, write it around each one of those sections. What do you want your health to look like? What do you want your wealth to look like? Your financial situation? What do you want your love life to look like? What do you want your family life to look like? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to live close to your current family members? What do you want that to look like? And what do you want to do for fun and for entertainment? What do you do to relax and wind down? What does your dream life look like? And this is about you. This is about your dream life. What do you want out of life? This isn't about what I want or what the neighbor wants or what your mom and dad want or your aunt and uncle or your sister or your siblings. What do you want? Use those 5 categories to really have a framework to build how you want your life to look. And this is most of the work. This is the most of the process, because you have to know what you want, or else you're just like a ship being tossed around on the ocean with no sails in the waves. You don't know where you're going. So my challenge for you guys right now is to get clear on where you want your life to eventually go. What do you eventually want your life to look like? It doesn't have to be tomorrow or the next day. Maybe what it's going to look like in 10 years from now. This will give you something to work towards. If you're going to get in your car and drive across the country, it's going to take time to get across the country. But if you're going to a destination you're going to be excited about, you also enjoy the drive. You enjoy the process. In fact, sometimes you take the long route to enjoy the scenery, but you know you're going to a beautiful destination that you're planning on. So know that you're building your dream life and enjoy the journey getting there, and just believe that you can achieve it, because you can achieve it. I know you can. I know if I have been able to go from where I was to where I am today, I know you guys can definitely do it much better than me. And I'm excited because I'm in the process. I'm traveling right now to my new destination. I've got all kinds of dreams and stuff I'm working towards again. And it's so fulfilling. Every day is exciting. And you wake up and you're like, cool, what do I get to work on today? What do I get to work on today? Finishing this workbook was one of my big projects. I love this workbook. I love working in my workbook. I look through it every day and I do the exercises because it helps me feel like I'm getting closer and closer. And it's so gratifying to have my workbook that I created, I put together. Right now I'm working on some other courses for my t-shirt business. In fact, I just got done uploading a course tonight. I'm waiting for it to upload right now while I record this video. I'm teaching DTF training for Ricoh printers. And because I've learned a lot over the years how to do it, thought, let's do that. And everything that I do is moving me closer and towards my dreams and what I want to be doing. And it's so fun. But you have to know where you're going. You have to have a destination in your GPS, or you'll never be able to get there. So go write down your life vision. Think of those 5 categories. Get clear on what you want. This is the biggest step. It's so hard when you first start this journey to be like, what do I want? What do you want? And use your imagination. Tons of people are succeeding every day. You can too. If you guys like this type of content, or if you find this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, share it with everybody else, and I'll see you guys in the next video.